Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about a truth that many fail to recognize until it's too late. When you're facing the greatest battles of your life, you might feel as though you're breaking. The weight of your challenges, the pressure of your circumstances may seem unbearable at times. But here's the secret you must understand. If it's breaking you, it's building something bigger. In every moment of adversity, there lies an opportunity. What you are enduring today is not simply a burden to carry. It is the shaping force that's preparing you for something greater. You're not being broken down, you are being broken open, creating space for a stronger, more powerful version of yourself to emerge. Remember this, the path to greatness is never smooth. It is marked by struggle, setbacks, and sacrifices. But it is these very experiences that mold you. Pain, hardship, failure, these are not signs that you are weak. They are signs that you are alive, that you are in the process of becoming. The person you are meant to be cannot be formed in the comfort of ease. It is forged in the fire of perseverance. When life throws you into the storm, don't seek shelter. Stand tall in the storm, for it is in the midst of the rain that you are being prepared for the sunshine. You are being prepared for a vision far greater than what you can see right now. The vision is clear, but only if you choose to embrace the struggle rather than run from it. You may feel as though you're breaking under the weight of your challenges. But here's the truth. What is breaking you now is precisely what's building your strength. Every trial you face, every setback is a building block for your future. Every difficulty, every failure is adding layers of resilience, of character, of wisdom. When you emerge on the other side, you will stand taller, stronger, and more capable than ever before. You must understand this law of purposeful struggle. Without the struggle, there is no progress. Growth cannot happen without resistance. The deeper the roots, the stronger the tree. You cannot be the person you are meant to be without facing adversity. It is through overcoming the challenges that you find your true power, your true potential. And so, I say to you, trust the process. The journey may not make sense now, and it may not feel good, but trust that it is leading you exactly where you need to be. Every challenge you face is carving the path to your greatness. Every tear, every disappointment is laying the foundation for your success. If you can endure the storm, you will witness the birth of something incredible. The life you desire is being created in the very moment that you feel like giving up. The breakthrough is coming, but only if you keep moving forward. If you can hold on just a little longer, if you can stay true to the vision in your heart, then you will see the incredible beauty that was being formed in the darkness of your struggle. When it feels like it's all falling apart, remember this, it's not falling apart, it's falling into place. What feels like a breakdown is often the precursor to your breakthrough. The cracks in your life are not signs of defeat. They are openings through which your light can shine. So do not fear the moments when it feels like you are being broken. Understand that these moments are your greatest teachers. They are shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for the greatness that is ahead. If it's breaking you, it's building something bigger, something you cannot yet fully comprehend, but it's coming. Stay the course. Keep pushing forward. Trust that the process is working and that the best is yet to come. Your breakthrough is on the other side of your pain. Keep going. Your time is coming. When life delivers its hardest blows, don't flinch. Don't turn away. Embrace the adversity, because in it lies your greatest opportunity. What most see as obstacles, challenges, and failures, you must learn to see as the raw material for your next level. Each setback, each hardship, is the very foundation of something greater than you can yet comprehend. It's easy to look at the storm and wish for it to pass. But what if I told you that the storm is the very thing that shapes you into something unbreakable? What if the pain is not something to escape, but something to embrace? There is no true progress without struggle. There is no greatness without adversity. The greatest opportunities often come disguised as the most difficult circumstances. Understand this. There is no such thing as a bad moment in life. There are only moments that test your resolve. Life isn't trying to break you, it's trying to build you. The moment you shift your mindset from one of victimhood to one of growth, you begin to see that each challenge is an invitation to become stronger, better, and more capable of handling what's ahead. The greater the adversity, the greater the opportunity for transformation. It's in the trenches of struggle that you build the character necessary to achieve your highest potential. The best version of yourself is not born in comfort, but in hardship. Your power, your resilience, your potential are all forged in the fire of difficulty. It's not breaking you, it's building you. When faced with adversity, most people retreat. They run, they hide, they wish for an easier path. But the successful, those who rise above the rest, are those who choose to face the storm head on. They understand that no victory comes without a fight. Every challenge, no matter how daunting, is an opportunity to rise. It's an opportunity to develop the strength, the courage, and the wisdom that will propel you to the next level. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the architect of your destiny, and adversity is simply the blueprint that shows you where to build. It forces you to dig deeper, to tap into a reservoir of strength you didn't even know you had. Every difficult moment, every painful experience, becomes a stepping stone toward your greatness. What most people fail to see when they're caught in the storm is that they are in the process of creation. The hardest moments in your life are often the ones that are shaping your future. You cannot build a skyscraper on a weak foundation. To reach the heights you dream of, you must first endure the heavy lifting that strengthens the ground beneath you. The challenges you face today are the groundwork for your success tomorrow. When things get tough, when it feels like everything is falling apart, remember that you are being prepared for something bigger than you can even imagine. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something extraordinary. Many people are afraid to face adversity because they fear failure. They fear the pain, the disappointment, the struggle, but failure is not the enemy. It's the teacher. Failure shows you where you need to improve. It shows you what you need to let go of. It shows you the gaps in your strength and resilience that must be filled. Without failure, there is no growth. Without failure, there is no progress. So, instead of avoiding failure, you must learn to embrace it as an essential part of the process. The greatest successes in history were not achieved without failure. They were achieved by those who kept going even when failure seemed inevitable. They were achieved by those who saw each failure as a stepping stone, not a setback. What if you could change your perspective on adversity forever? What if you could see every challenge not as an obstacle, but as a golden opportunity to become something greater? Instead of running from difficulty, you would run toward it. You would welcome it as a signal that you are on the right path. You would understand that in the moments of greatest struggle, you are being shaped for your greatest success. In these moments, you are being tested, refined, and prepared for the future that is waiting for you. Adversity is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. When you understand that every challenge holds the key to your next breakthrough, you stop seeing struggle as something to be avoided. You start seeing it as a necessary part of your journey to success. The pain, the hardship, the setbacks, they are all part of the process that will ultimately make you unstoppable. Your ability to withstand adversity, to learn from it, and to rise above it will determine your success. So, instead of complaining about your struggles, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? What is this preparing me for? The answers to these questions are the stepping stones that will lead you to your greatest victories. No matter how difficult your circumstances may seem, know this: you have everything within you to overcome them. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to unlock the next level of your potential. Every obstacle is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. The road to success is not easy, and it's not meant to be. But that's what makes it so rewarding. When you face your struggles head on, when you see them as opportunities to rise, you will find yourself achieving things you once thought impossible. Remember, the adversity you face is not breaking you, it is building you. And in the end, it will build something bigger than you could have ever dreamed of. The true measure of your strength is not how you perform in times of ease, but how you rise when life tries to knock you down. It is not the smooth days that define your character, but the days when you are tested to your core. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you build, moment by moment, challenge by challenge. Every time life pushes you to your limits, you are given the opportunity to choose. Will you rise or will you fall? It is in these critical moments that your true potential is revealed. In the face of adversity, most people crumble. They give in to the weight of their struggles and allow circumstances to dictate their future. But those who are truly resilient don't allow the difficulties they face to define them. They choose to rise above. They choose to take what life throws at them and use it to fuel their growth, not their defeat. Resilience is not the absence of difficulty. It's the ability to endure, to persist, and to emerge stronger every time you face a setback. It's the belief that no matter how hard things get, you will not be broken. The path to success is paved with obstacles, and it is easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. But resilience is built in those very moments of difficulty. It's the ability to stand tall when everyone else is giving up. It's the strength to keep moving forward when the road seems endless and the challenges seem insurmountable. Resilience is the decision to keep going, not because it's easy, but because you know that the only way to succeed is to persist through the storm. When you refuse to quit, when you dig deeper and push harder, you build the strength that will carry you through to the next level. One of the greatest misconceptions about success is that it is a smooth and straightforward journey. The truth is, success is often born out of struggle. It is the result of countless failures, disappointments, and setbacks that the successful learn to rise above. What separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short is resilience. Resilience is what keeps you going when others quit. It is the inner strength to keep moving forward, no matter how heavy the load, no matter how long the journey. Every time you face a challenge and choose to push through it, you build a muscle of resilience that will serve you for the rest of your life. When life knocks you down, and it will, what matters most is how you respond. Will you stay down, defeated by your circumstances, or will you rise again, stronger and more determined than before? Every challenge you face is an opportunity to develop resilience, to build the strength that will help you conquer even greater obstacles in the future. The key is to never let failure define you. Instead, let it teach you, let it shape you, and let it make you stronger. Every failure carries within it the seed of future success, but only if you have the resilience to keep moving forward. No one is immune to adversity. Everyone faces challenges in life. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is how they respond to those challenges. The resilient do not let difficulties stop them, they use them as fuel. They know that the more challenges they face, the stronger they will become. They understand that resilience is not something you are born with, but something you cultivate. It is the product of perseverance, hard work, and an unwavering belief in your own ability to succeed, no matter how tough the journey may seem. To be resilient, you must first accept that challenges are inevitable. They are not something to fear or avoid, but something to embrace. Life will test you in ways you cannot predict, but each test is an opportunity to prove your strength. The moment you stop seeing challenges as roadblocks and start seeing them as opportunities to grow, you unlock a new level of power. Resilience is the ability to turn adversity into an advantage. It is the ability to find a way forward, even when the path is unclear. As you encounter obstacles, remember that resilience is not about avoiding pain. It's about learning how to withstand it. Every challenge you face is building you, even when you don't see it. Every struggle is shaping you into the person you need to be to achieve your goals. The person who can endure the greatest hardships is the one who can achieve the greatest success. Without resilience, you cannot go the distance. Without resilience, you cannot conquer the challenges that will inevitably come your way. Resilience is about more than just mental toughness. It's about emotional endurance, too. It's about refusing to let the weight of your emotions overwhelm you when things get tough. Resilient people know that setbacks are temporary, and they never let their emotions dictate their actions. They stay focused on the bigger picture and keep pushing forward, no matter how they feel in the moment. Emotional resilience is just as important as physical and mental resilience. It's the ability to stay grounded, to keep moving forward, and to hold on to hope, even when everything seems uncertain. You have within you the strength to overcome any challenge. The only thing that stands between you and success is your willingness to be resilient in the face of adversity. If you want to achieve greatness, you must embrace the challenges that come your way. Instead of running from difficulties, run toward them. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to prove to yourself just how strong and capable you are. The more challenges you overcome, the more resilient you become, and the closer you get to your ultimate success. When you face the inevitable challenges of life, know that they are not here to defeat you. They are here to make you stronger. Resilience is not about never feeling defeated. It's about the determination to keep going even when you do. It's about finding the strength to rise again, time and time again. And with every rise, you build the foundation for your success. Keep pushing forward, and with every step, you will grow stronger. The world will test you, but it will never break you, as long as you have the resilience to rise again. When you feel like giving up, that's when you must push forward the hardest. Perseverance is not the ability to avoid failure. It is the ability to keep going despite failure. It is the unwavering commitment to continue moving forward, no matter how many obstacles appear in your path. The road to success is never easy. It is filled with hardships, setbacks, and moments that make you question whether it's even worth it. But the power of perseverance lies in the ability to rise each time you fall, to keep going even when everything within you screams to quit. It's the fire that burns inside you, urging you to press on when the world tells you to stop. Many people give up just before their breakthrough. They stop at the edge of their success because they can't see the rewards waiting for them on the other side of their struggle. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or luck, it's perseverance. The ones who succeed are the ones who keep going when the going gets tough. They understand that success doesn't come quickly, and it doesn't come easily. It comes to those who are willing to endure, to stay committed, and to keep pushing forward even when it feels like nothing is working. When you persevere, you're not just working toward a goal, you're becoming the person you need to be in order to achieve that goal. Every time you face a challenge and keep going, you build the strength, the resilience, and the mindset necessary to succeed. It's not the setbacks that define you, it's how you respond to them. Perseverance is the fuel that keeps you moving forward when everything else is telling you to quit. It's the belief that no matter how many times you fail, you have the power to get back up and keep trying. There is no success without perseverance. If it were easy, everyone would do it. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who failed the most. They've faced rejection, disappointment, and struggle, yet they've continued, because they know that the road to success is not a straight line. It's a winding path filled with unexpected turns and bumps. What separates those who succeed from those who fall short is their ability to persevere, to keep moving forward in the face of adversity. They know that perseverance is what turns dreams into reality. It's not talent that gets you to the top. It's the willingness to keep going when others have given up. Perseverance is about more than just pushing through hard times. It's about maintaining focus on the bigger picture, even when the present moment is filled with challenges. It's about reminding yourself why you started and why you can't stop. Every step you take forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. It may feel like progress is slow, but progress is progress. Perseverance is not about instant results. It's about consistent effort day after day, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The greatest achievements are often the result of years of hard work, determination, and persistence. The power of perseverance also lies in the fact that it builds momentum. When you keep going, even in the face of failure, you begin to accumulate small victories. Each small success adds to your confidence and pushes you further along your path. It's these small wins that eventually lead to the big breakthroughs. But without perseverance, these small victories would be impossible to achieve. Every time you push through adversity, you lay another brick in the foundation of your success. Over time, those small efforts compound into something greater than you could have imagined. Perseverance is what turns effort into achievement. You will face challenges that will make you question your ability, your worth, and your dreams. You will face moments where you want to throw in the towel and walk away. But remember this, your success is not determined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you get back up. It's not the hardships that define you, it's your response to them. Perseverance is the ability to rise again, to keep moving forward when every part of you feels like stopping. And it is this power of perseverance that will ultimately lead you to the success you desire. True perseverance is born from a deep belief in yourself and your purpose. It's the belief that no matter how long the journey takes, no matter how many obstacles you face, you have the strength to keep going. It's about staying focused on the end goal, no matter how difficult the road becomes. It's about understanding that every setback is temporary and that the rewards are worth the struggle. When you face challenges with perseverance, you transform every failure into a lesson, every obstacle into an opportunity to grow stronger. This is how you achieve greatness, not by avoiding challenges, but by persevering through them. The power of perseverance is what turns dreams into reality. It's the difference between a dream that remains just a dream and a dream that becomes a tangible achievement. Without perseverance, dreams are nothing more than wishes. But with perseverance, those dreams are brought to life. Perseverance is the key to unlocking your potential. It's what keeps you going when the road is long, when the work is hard, and when the end is nowhere in sight. It's the belief that if you keep pushing forward, no matter what, you will eventually reach your destination. And when you do, you will look back and realize that every step, every struggle, every moment of doubt was worth it. So, when you feel like giving up, remember, perseverance is the key to success. Keep going, keep pushing forward. The only way to fail is to stop trying. As long as you keep moving forward, even when it feels impossible, you are closer to your success than you realize. The power of perseverance is in your hands. The only question is, will you use it? The biggest mistake you can make in life is getting so caught up in the small details that you lose sight of the bigger vision. It's easy to get lost in the noise of everyday challenges, to get caught up in the frustrations of the present moment. But true success doesn't come from focusing on the small setbacks or the obstacles right in front of you. Success comes from keeping your eyes fixed firmly on the bigger picture, the ultimate goal that lies beyond the day-to-day struggles. The moment you allow yourself to become consumed by temporary distractions is the moment you lose sight of what really matters. You cannot let small hurdles dictate your progress. Instead, you must focus on the bigger vision, because it's the bigger vision that will push you through the tough times. When you focus on the bigger vision, you become unstoppable. It's easy to be discouraged when things don't go according to plan. You may face rejection, failure, and disappointment, and each of these can be incredibly discouraging. But when you have a clear, powerful vision of where you want to go, these setbacks become nothing more than stepping stones along the way. The bigger vision reminds you that temporary setbacks don't define you. They are just a small part of the larger journey you are on. Every challenge you face becomes a lesson, not a roadblock. And in this way, focusing on the bigger vision helps you persevere, even when the journey feels long and difficult. The world is full of distractions. Every day you are bombarded with reasons to quit, to turn away from your goals, to settle for less. It's easy to get lost in the chaos and lose track of what you're really working toward. But successful people understand that the key to success is not about getting everything right along the way. It's about staying focused on the bigger picture no matter what. They know that in order to achieve something extraordinary, they must be willing to ignore the distractions, the small obstacles, and the negative voices around them. They understand that every step they take, no matter how small, brings them closer to their vision. Focusing on the bigger vision requires discipline and patience. It means having the strength to keep going, even when the results aren't immediate. It's the ability to endure the temporary pain and frustration of the journey, knowing that the rewards will come when you stay focused on your goal. When you focus on the bigger picture, you are not swayed by the daily inconveniences or the minor setbacks that might derail others. You know that every day of hard work, every sacrifice, and every obstacle is moving you closer to your ultimate success. This level of focus and perseverance is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short. One of the greatest challenges people face when pursuing their goals is losing sight of their vision. When the road gets tough, it's easy to let go of the dream. It's easy to become disheartened by the struggle and forget why you started in the first place. But if you can keep your focus on the bigger vision, you will find the strength to push through even the most difficult of circumstances. It's your vision that gives you purpose. It's your vision that fuels your motivation. And without that focus, you are merely reacting to life instead of creating the life you want. It's not the obstacles that will stop you. It's your willingness to let them stop you. When you focus on the bigger vision, you see every obstacle as an opportunity to learn, grow, and move forward. You don't let temporary frustrations cloud your judgment or derail your progress. Instead, you keep your eyes on the prize, knowing that the obstacles are just part of the process. Every great achievement has come with challenges along the way, but the ones who succeed are the ones who maintain a relentless focus on their end goal, refusing to let anything stand in their way. When you focus on the bigger vision, you stop measuring your success by immediate results. You start measuring it by the progress you've made toward your long-term goals. Success is not about instant gratification. It's about the consistent effort. Every weakness you possess is not a flaw. It is an opportunity in disguise. Too often, we are taught to view our weaknesses as something that holds us back, something that defines our limitations. But the truth is, every weakness carries the potential for growth. It is through transforming our weaknesses into strengths that we unlock our true potential. Strength is not built by avoiding challenges or denying weaknesses. It is built by confronting them, understanding them, and using them as fuel for personal growth. Your weaknesses are not your enemy. They are the very tools you need to propel yourself forward. The key is to recognize them, accept them, and then choose to transform them. When you face a weakness, your first instinct might be to feel defeated, to think that you're not good enough or that you'll never overcome it. But these feelings are just temporary. They are the emotions of someone who hasn't yet discovered the power that lies within adversity. Every great achievement in history has come from individuals who faced their own weaknesses head-on and transformed them into strengths. No one who has ever achieved greatness did so by ignoring their weaknesses. They succeeded because they understood the importance of transforming their flaws into tools for progress. Your weaknesses don't define you. They only define what you haven't yet mastered. And the good news is that nothing is permanent. Every weakness is a stepping stone toward becoming a stronger, more capable person. The key is to stop fearing your weaknesses and start embracing them. The fear of weakness is what keeps so many people stuck. They see their limitations as something to hide or deny, but in doing so, they deny themselves the opportunity to grow. It's time to stop hiding from your weaknesses. It's time to face them, to work with them, and to use them to propel you toward your goals. Transforming weakness into strength requires self-awareness and resilience. It requires the courage to look at your flaws and acknowledge them without shame or fear. Once you recognize a weakness, it becomes a tool in your hands, one that you can use to grow. For instance, if you struggle with self-doubt, instead of allowing it to hold you back, use it as motivation to prove to yourself that you are capable. If you have a tendency to procrastinate, transform that into a lesson in discipline and time management. Every weakness you encounter is a lesson waiting to be learned. The more you learn, the stronger you become. The power of transformation lies in your ability to change your perspective. Instead of seeing your weaknesses as obstacles, you must see them as opportunities for self-improvement. The most successful people in the world are those who have turned their weaknesses into their greatest assets. They have taken the time to understand their limitations, to develop strategies for overcoming them, and to use those lessons to propel themselves forward. They didn't become great by avoiding their weaknesses. They became great by mastering them. This is the key to success, not perfection, but progress. It's about turning every challenge into an opportunity to learn and grow. When you transform weakness into strength, you build resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship. It's about growing stronger through it. It's about facing the tough times, learning from them, and emerging on the other side more capable and more determined. The process of transforming weaknesses into strengths isn't easy, and it's not quick, but the rewards are immense. With every weakness you overcome, you become more capable of handling the challenges life throws at you. And as you build resilience, you build a deeper belief in your own abilities. You begin to understand that there is no challenge too great, no weakness too deep that you cannot overcome. Everyone has weaknesses. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is their willingness to confront their weaknesses and use them as fuel for success. The successful do not wait for their weaknesses to disappear. They take action, they adapt, and they turn their weaknesses into strengths. They view every weakness as an opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve. If you can do the same, you will find that your weaknesses are not the barriers you once thought they were. They are the foundation for your strength. They are the keys to your success. Strength doesn't come from avoiding what is difficult. It comes from confronting it, learning from it, and evolving beyond it. Every time you turn a weakness into a strength, you move closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. You become more adaptable, more resourceful, and more confident. The transformation of weakness into strength is a continuous process, a journey that never truly ends. The more you work on yourself, the more you realize that there is always something new to learn, something new to improve. And with every improvement, you grow stronger, both mentally and emotionally. The process of transforming weakness into strength requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to face discomfort. But it is in the discomfort of facing your weaknesses head-on that you grow the most. It's in the struggle that you find your true strength. So instead of shying away from your weaknesses, welcome them as the opportunities they truly are. See them as the raw material for your transformation, and know that every weakness you confront brings you one step closer to your highest potential. Struggle is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of progress. It is the law of purposeful struggle that shapes the journey to success. Without struggle, there is no growth. The moment you encounter difficulty, you are presented with an opportunity to evolve. Too often, we look at struggle as something to avoid or fear, but the reality is that every challenge you face carries the seed of a greater purpose. Struggle is the forge in which your character is molded, the trial that sharpens your focus and strengthens your resolve. It's not the absence of struggle that leads to greatness. It's the ability to use it as a catalyst for growth. When you embark on a path toward success, you will inevitably face obstacles that seem insurmountable. These moments of difficulty can easily make you question whether you are on the right path. But the law of purposeful struggle tells us that these very moments are where the real growth happens. Success does not come to those who avoid struggle, but to those who embrace it, understand its purpose, and use it to fuel their advancement. Every struggle you face is part of the design that shapes you into the person capable of achieving your ultimate goals. Without these challenges, you would never develop the resilience, discipline, or strength necessary to succeed. The most successful individuals in history are those who have gone through the hardest struggles. They have faced failure, rejection, and immense hardship, yet they persisted. They understood that the challenges were not a sign that they should quit, but that they were being tested, refined, and prepared for something greater. Purposeful struggle is the crucible in which your true potential is revealed. It is through struggle that you uncover the strength within yourself that you didn't know you had. The strength you gain is not merely a result of surviving the struggle, but a result of learning from it, adapting to it, and overcoming it. In every struggle, there is a lesson. The key to success is learning to recognize and embrace the lessons that come with the hardships. Whether it's learning patience through setbacks, resilience through failure, or strength through adversity, every struggle serves a greater purpose. If you resist struggle, you resist the very growth that you need to achieve success. If you try to avoid hardship, you deny yourself the opportunity to become stronger and wiser. It's through the struggle that you build the character necessary to endure the challenges that will come your way on the path to success. The law of purposeful struggle is about perspective. It's about understanding that no challenge is meaningless. Each obstacle you face, each difficulty you encounter, serves a purpose. It may not always be clear at the time, but with hindsight, you will see how each struggle shaped your journey and prepared you for the next level of success. Instead of seeing struggle as a roadblock, You must learn to see it as a stepping stone, a necessary part of the process that leads to your ultimate achievement. Success is not something that comes without effort, without difficulty, or without adversity. Success is forged in the fire of struggle, and it is only through struggle that you are prepared to handle the challenges that will come with success. One of the most powerful aspects of struggle is that it forces you to grow in ways that comfort never could. When everything is easy, there is no reason to push yourself beyond your limits. It's only when you are faced with adversity that you are compelled to dig deep, to stretch yourself, and to go further than you thought possible. Struggle forces you to find new strengths within yourself. It encourages you to think creatively, adapt quickly, and find solutions to problems you never thought you would have to face. In this way, struggle does not hold you back, it propels you forward, forcing you to become the person you need to be to achieve your goals. Struggle is also where you discover your true potential. When you are pushed to the edge, you begin to tap into reserves of strength, determination, and creativity that you may have never known existed. It is in the most difficult moments that you learn who you truly are. The law of purposeful struggle reveals that true strength is not about avoiding difficulty, but about facing it head on, knowing that you will be better for it in the end. It's the people who keep going despite the odds who ultimately find success. The ones who turn their struggles into stepping stones are the ones who rise above. If you want to achieve greatness, you must come to terms with the fact that struggle is an inevitable part of the process. You must understand that it is not your struggles that define you, but how you respond to them. You can choose to be defeated by them, or you can choose to use them as opportunities to rise higher. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has faced struggle, but they did not allow it to defeat them. They understood that the struggle was not an end, it was a means to an end. The law of purposeful struggle tells us that it is through overcoming adversity that we are prepared for the greatness that awaits us. Struggle will test your patience, your resilience, and your faith in yourself, but it will also refine you, sharpen you, and make you stronger than you ever imagined. When you find yourself in the midst of struggle, remember that you are being prepared for something greater. The challenges you face today will equip you with the skills, the mindset, and the character you need to succeed in the future. Instead of running from struggle, embrace it. Understand its purpose, learn from it, and most importantly, use it to propel yourself to new heights. Every challenge you face is part of your journey, and every struggle is taking you one step closer to the success you seek. Keep moving forward, knowing that each obstacle you overcome is shaping you into the person you were meant to become. The law of purposeful struggle is the law that leads to the greatest success. Success does not happen overnight. It is not a magical moment, nor is it an instant transformation. It is a journey, one that is built upon steady, consistent effort, and it requires a willingness to trust the process. When you set a goal or embark on a new venture, you must understand that the path to success is rarely linear. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt, and times when you question whether it's all worth it. But it is precisely during these moments that trusting the process becomes the most important thing you can do. Trusting the process means having faith that your efforts, no matter how small they may seem, are leading you toward your ultimate goal. It means believing in the value of persistence, even when the results are not immediately visible. Too many people quit too soon because they don't see immediate results. They start something with excitement, but when they don't achieve instant success, they lose motivation and give up. This is where the most significant difference between those who succeed and those who don't lies. The ones who succeed are the ones who understand that success is not a sprint, it is a marathon. They trust that every step, no matter how small, brings them closer to their end goal. They understand that growth and transformation are gradual, and that's why they continue to push forward even when the results aren't obvious right away. Trusting the process requires patience. It requires the understanding that every small action, every little step, is part of a larger plan. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results. But if you trust the process, you will realize that each setback is just another part of the journey, not a failure. The process itself is designed to teach you, to challenge you, and to help you grow. Every obstacle, every difficult moment, every frustration is a lesson that will ultimately prepare you for the success you desire. But without patience and trust in the process, these lessons can be missed. Trusting the process means having the discipline to keep going, even when the path is unclear or difficult to follow. When you trust the process, you shift your focus from the immediate results to the long-term vision. It's easy to get caught up in the desire for instant gratification, but success is rarely instantaneous. It is the result of consistent effort over time. The more you trust the process, the more you begin to understand that results come from the daily grind, the continuous work that you put in, even when you feel like you're not making significant progress. And it's this commitment to the process that eventually pays off. The success you're working toward may not come tomorrow, but with every effort you get one step closer. People who succeed know that the process isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. Trusting the process also means trusting yourself and your ability to navigate the challenges along the way. It means acknowledging that there will be moments of uncertainty and difficulty, but believing that you are capable of overcoming them. When you trust the process, you stop trying to control every outcome. Instead, you focus on doing your best in every moment and letting the process unfold naturally. You understand that results will come when the time is right, as long as you stay committed and keep taking consistent action. The journey toward success is often full of doubt, and there will be times when it feels like you're not making any progress at all. But this is when trust becomes critical. You must trust that the efforts you are making are adding up, even if you can't see it yet. Success is often a result of countless small efforts that seem insignificant at the time, but when compounded over time, they lead to remarkable results. Trusting the process means continuing to take action even when you don't see immediate rewards. It means sticking with your goals even when the progress feels slow or invisible. The key is consistency, knowing that every effort, no matter how small, is moving you forward. Trusting the process is also about resilience. It is about bouncing back from failures and setbacks and continuing to move forward with confidence. Each failure is not a reflection of your ability or your worth, but a necessary part of the process that teaches you valuable lessons. When you trust the process, you understand that every setback is just a stepping stone on your journey. You don't let it discourage you. Instead, you learn from it, adjust, and continue. Trusting the process gives you the resilience to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. It reminds you that success is not a straight line, but a journey that requires perseverance and determination. The most successful people in the world are the ones who have trusted the process when everyone else doubted them. They didn't let the fear of failure or the frustration of slow progress stop them. They kept their eyes on the bigger picture and stayed focused on the long-term goal. They trusted that no matter how difficult the journey, their consistent efforts would lead to success. And they were right. The same applies to you. When you trust the process, you are choosing to believe in your own abilities and in the power of consistent effort. You are choosing to have faith that as long as you continue working toward your goals, success is inevitable. Trusting the process is also about self-belief. When you trust the process, you are essentially saying, I believe in myself and my ability to succeed. It's about having faith that the work you are doing today will pay off in the future, even if you can't see it right now. This belief is crucial, because without it, you will be tempted to give up when things get tough. But if you trust the process and keep your faith in your vision, you will find the strength to keep going, no matter what challenges arise. The process works if you work it, and it's this trust that propels you forward. In the end, the secret to success is not in avoiding the hard work or waiting for the perfect moment. It is in trusting the process. Trusting that the consistent actions you take every day are leading you toward your goals. Trusting that each setback is just another lesson. Trusting that you are capable of achieving everything you desire, as long as you keep moving forward with faith and determination. Success is not about instant results. It's about trusting the process and staying committed to your journey no matter how long it takes. Crisis is not a dead end. It is a powerful starting point. When everything seems to fall apart, it's easy to believe that the world is closing in on you. We often see crisis as a time of destruction, a time when everything we've worked for is slipping through our fingers. But this perspective misses the most crucial truth. Crisis is the birthplace of creation. It is in moments of crisis that the most profound changes are made, the greatest breakthroughs are achieved, and the strongest people are forged. Crisis doesn't have to break you. It can build you. It can propel you forward in ways that comfort and stability never could. The key is not to surrender to the chaos, but to harness it as fuel to create something even greater than what you had before. When crisis strikes, the natural reaction is to panic. We are thrown off balance, unsure of what comes next. The fear and uncertainty that accompany a crisis can overwhelm even the strongest individuals. But this is precisely when your ability to create something from the crisis becomes essential. Instead of succumbing to despair, look at the situation as an opportunity to reinvent yourself, your business, or your life. In every crisis lies the potential for transformation. If you look at it through the lens of opportunity, you will find new ways to adapt, innovate, and emerge stronger than ever before. The greatest successes often come from the most difficult circumstances, but only if you have the courage to face them and the vision to turn them into something positive. History is full of examples where crisis has been the catalyst for monumental change. Whether it's a company forced to innovate in the wake of economic downturns, or a person who overcomes personal tragedy to rise to new heights, it's clear that crisis is often the fertile ground for growth. When everything is stripped away, you are left with the raw materials of creation, your ideas, your resilience, and your ability to rebuild. In times of crisis, the old ways no longer work. This forces you to think outside the box, to explore new possibilities, and to tap into a level of creativity that you may not have known you had. It is in these moments of uncertainty that the greatest opportunities are born. It's not about waiting for the crisis to pass. It's about using the crisis to build something new, something better. The process of creating from crisis requires a shift in mindset. Instead of seeing the crisis as an obstacle, see it as a springboard. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, what can I create from this situation? What is this crisis teaching me? The most successful people in the world are those who have mastered the art of turning adversity into advantage. They understand that hardship is not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced. By shifting your focus from the problem to the potential solutions, you will discover that even the toughest crises hold the seeds of opportunity. Creating from crisis requires action. It's easy to feel paralyzed when facing overwhelming circumstances, but action is what will lead you out of the chaos. In times of crisis, there is no room for hesitation. The longer you wait, the more time you give the crisis to dictate the terms of your life. Instead, take immediate steps, no matter how small, to turn the crisis to your advantage. This may involve adjusting your plans, finding new ways to connect with people, or reevaluating your goals. But by taking action, you begin to shift the balance of power from the crisis to yourself. You regain control of your destiny and start to create something meaningful from the chaos. When you create from crisis, you also learn valuable lessons. Each challenge you face teaches you something about yourself, about the world, and about the way you approach problems. These lessons are often painful, but they are also invaluable. Every setback, every failure, every obstacle presents an opportunity to learn and grow. In a crisis, you are forced to confront your weaknesses and your limitations. But it is through this process of self-discovery that you gain the strength and wisdom needed to move forward. It's this wisdom that allows you to create something greater than what was lost during the crisis. The power to create from crisis also lies in your ability to remain resilient. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, it is about bouncing back stronger after every fall. It is the ability to adapt to new circumstances, to embrace change, and to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Resilience is what enables you to transform adversity into opportunity. When you cultivate resilience, you develop the inner strength to navigate any crisis that comes your way. This strength is what allows you to create something new, something better, out of the ashes of destruction. When you look back on your life, you will find that the moments that defined your success were not the moments of ease, but the moments of crisis. It is when you faced the greatest challenges that you discovered the most about yourself and your potential. It is when you were pushed to the edge that you learned to tap into your reserves of strength and creativity. And it is from these very moments of crisis that the greatest opportunities to create, innovate, and rebuild arise. The key is to embrace the challenge, to trust in your ability to overcome it, and to stay focused on the opportunity that lies within it. Creating from crisis requires courage. It requires the courage to face the unknown, to challenge the status quo, and to take risks in the face of uncertainty. But it is this courage that leads to transformation. It is this courage that allows you to take the lessons of crisis and turn them into something greater. Without crisis, there would be no growth. Without adversity, there would be no innovation. And without the willingness to create from crisis, there would be no progress. So the next time you find yourself in the midst of a crisis, don't panic. Don't shrink back. Instead, step forward and ask yourself, what can I create from this? Because it is in that very moment that your greatest opportunities will emerge. In conclusion, remember this. Crisis is not a wall blocking your path, but a gateway to new possibilities. It is in the deepest challenges, the moments when everything seems to be falling apart, that you are given the chance to rebuild something stronger, wiser, and more powerful than before. The process of creation from crisis demands patience, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your ability to overcome.